Let's turn up some volume. So I want you to just get an idea of your Pilates breathing. Long deep breaths in through the nose, and lovely long deep breaths out through the mouth. So I want you to really feel that connection with the floor through your spine. You may feel your lower back is not sitting on the ground, that's fine. Just allow it to sit comfortably for now. And if it's not comfortable, bend your legs and your feet onto the floor. It will work for you. And let's start to think about your breathing. So as you inhale, I want you to think about gently pushing the ribcage out to the side. And as you exhale, you're closing your ribcage back into the center. So it's not lifting up into the air, it's opening out to the side. And as you exhale, begin to squeeze your abs a little bit more, pushing your spine into the floor. So 2 more breaths. And then after your second breath, bend your legs, put those feet down. Line your feet, knees, and hips up together. Spread your toes. Take a breath in. We're going to imprint the spine. So that's tailbone tuck under. And then we lift our hips up into a bridge. We take a lovely long deep breath up at the top. And then we exhale. We float our spine down to the floor again. As soon as your tailbone hits the ground, take a breath in. And exhale, roll it back up. Hello, Nick. Hello. Lovely deep breath at the top. And a breath out to roll it out. So we're going to do 4 more of those hip rolls. Then you take pull spot today. Paul's taking anti-spot. Okay. Anti-spot here. We kind of left some little gap there, but yours now. And feel free, you can have my 3 kilos if you want, and I'll take the 2. It's entirely up to you.
I'll start with 2.
Okay.
Not all stuff.
We've only just started. We're 5 minutes late starting. Okay, so you should be coming up to your last hip roll. When you lift your hips back up into that bridge, I want you to hold your bridge up. So really squeeze through the butt. Feel those hips elevate, push down through your feet. And then we're going to soften the elbows and just lift the forearms slightly off the ground. And we're going to lift the weights all the way up above our chest. And then we're going to slowly open our weights back out again as we inhale. You might not want to touch the floor, or you tap down and we lift all the way back up again. So we're just warming up our arms. We breathe in to open. We breathe out to lift. Now let's see if we can get those hips a little bit higher and squeeze your butt cheeks the whole time to isolate that position. But if it feels too much straight away, just go to a halfway point here and bring the weights back in again. That's absolutely fine. Because you still need to warm up a little bit more. Feel free to drop, pick and choose your weights. We can mix and match our weights. And get those hips a little bit higher. Now squeeze up. And we're going to go 5 more. It's very warm in the studio today. Lovely. It needs a little bit more coolness. Okay, last 2. Now we're going to hold our last one up. Keep those hips high. Lift the weights, bring them together, and see if you can push your hips up even higher. Now look towards me. We're going to press our hips up and down, just keeping those weights up in the air. So starting to really mobilize through the hip joint. A little bit more activity into the thighs, squeezing and lifting. 8. Exhale, 7. Squeeze those weights, keep them high. Last 5. 4. A little bit more elevation if you can. 3. Last 2. 1 more, big lift. So we inhale to pause. As we exhale, we open our arms back out wide. Take your breath in 1 more time and exhale, roll out of your bridge. Hit the floor, let your spine sit in that natural, neutral position. Inhale. And as you exhale, imprint your spine, lift your legs to tabletop. So we're just going to keep our arms where they are for now. We're just going to warm up the legs and the lower abs. So I want you to kick your left leg forward, flexing the foot, drop it down to hip height, point the toe, and bring the knees back in again. So we dorsiflex the foot to kick the leg away. We pause, point the toe, bring the knee back in. So it's a slow movement. And that change of ankle position is an isolation at the bottom. So you drop, point, pull back in. So your lower tummy has to do a little bit more work. Just quickly, whilst I'm thinking about it, if you guys are familiar with the booking system, so you do book in, because I couldn't log on just now, it wouldn't let me go in, it's blank screen.
Yeah, I had problems yesterday, but
Sorted.
they got sorted.
Okay, we're going to go 6 more, 3 more each side. Begin to push that lower back a little bit deeper down into the floor. So when you've done your last one, we're going to kick those legs up to the sky. Straighten them up. Flex your feet and really extend through the knees. So just open up those hamstrings. Lengthen out. So we're going to pause here, and you might just want to stay here and breathe for 20 seconds, pushing your spine into the floor using your abdomen, or you can float the legs to about 45 degrees and continue that pause position. See how your abs are feeling. Now push your legs down, push your back down into the ground. Breathe. Scoop everything in. If your lower back feels this at any point, bring your legs back up, okay? 5, 4, squeeze it, 2, and 1. But drop those feet back to the floor. Take a breather. So we've done a bit of spinal flexion, a bit of spinal extension. Let's go into rotation. Legs back to tabletop, nice and easy to start with. We keep the shoulders on the floor. We drop our knees to the right. We turn our eye gaze to the left. We pause before they hit the ground. We come back through to center. Turning our head the opposite way. Keeping them floating off the floor. And back to the middle. Right, so what I don't want to see with this is anyone's legs or feet dropping to the floor. I don't want to see people's heels dropping down towards the bottom. Your heels are slightly higher than your knees, so lift your heels a little bit further up. Yeah? Otherwise, it becomes too easy. We don't want easy, we want hardcore. And when you start to get the gist of these rotations, you start to feel this is actually all right. You can make it into a pendulum, side to side with straight legs, if you wish. Absolutely optional. Pardon? I don't know how the rooms are brought. How is it all gone wrong? You've got room.
What? Smack me in the face.
Yeah, but you're not quite going down there. Sorry, if you smack Lenny in the face, she'll just smack you back, yeah?
Pretty much.
So let's really think about that lovely rotation from the waistline, the squeeze into the sides of your abs, into those obliques and lift all the way back up. Shoulder blades pinned to the ground. We're going 8 more, 4 more each side. See if you can get your knees a little bit straighter. See if you can drop your legs out a little bit lower, as long as you've got complete control. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, so you've got the control through your breath. Nearly there. You should be feeling this. If you're not, that's not my problem. Work harder. Work harder. Last couple of reps. Come on. Work it, work it, work it. Sink down. And when you've done your last one, float those legs all the way back up. And now bend your knee so your heels drop towards your buttocks. And then just let's have a quick stretch in a rotation. Drop your knees to the right. Take a breath into that left shoulder as you push it down into the floor. You might want to take your weight, pop it on that thigh, and make the stretch a little bit deeper. Tidy up to you. Now all we're going to do is lift the knees back in again, keep them tucked in, keep them close towards your chest, and pop them over to the left. You can put that weight on that thigh if you wish, or you can just stay without it. Ooh, right on my chest today. Just enjoy that nice breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, just resetting the breath a bit more. Release your hand back to that weight, slide those knees back into the middle, and put them down to the floor again. Alrighty, we're going to work a little bit into tricep. I've got 3 each arm, so I'm going to stick to 6 kilos. If you can separate your hands so they're not together, that challenges your arms a little bit more. If it gets too much, then bring your weights together. It will help a bit of support. So separate your weights. Bring your feet close in towards your bottom again. We take a breath in, we'll roll back up into that bridge. So we're going to move our bridge this time. So we're going to bend the elbows. The weights come to the side of our ears. Our elbows point towards the sky. And I want you to lower your bottom towards the floor. And then power your hips and your arms straight up. So we inhale, sit down. Exhale, power up. So my buttocks only just brush the ground. So every time you drop those weights behind, you need to really think about the isolation of the upper arm, our elbows staying close in towards our ears. Try not to bash your head. Now, if you wish, when you do that hip elevation, you can now lift your heels off the ground for an extra squeeze into those calves. Drop them down as you drop your bottom and lift your heels as you lift your hips. So breathing in to lower. Breathing out. Okay, give me 6 more of these. Let's see if we can lift those hips a little bit more. Keep the breath, keep the same control, and keep the same pace. Don't speed it up. Time under tension makes your muscles work a little bit harder. So I'm coming up to my last 2 reps. Now, on that last one, we lift our arms up. We hold our arms up again. If you're on your toes, stay on your toes. Bring your weights together. Lift up. And then give me some hip presses, staying on those toes if you can. So if you're not on those toes, lift your heels up now. Squeezing, releasing. Squeezing, releasing. 8, 7, 6. If you can lift up a little bit higher. 5, 4, last 3, last 2. One more big lift. And then lower your heels. And as we drop our hips down, we take our arms back wide to the floor. Again, just settle everything down. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Right, we're going to go back into those rotations. We're going to do one of our favourite exercises. Legs to tabletop. Let's start with our right arm. Our right arm up. Okay. What we're going to do here is our arm and legs going to balance together. So we're going to drop our knees to the left. Our arm opens up to the right, back into that one arm fly. And then we bring our legs back up. And then we extend and lift our way up to the outside of our left foot. I always like to do this exercise with weights because it's massively effective. I quite like it. So we open out, pause, and squeeze everything back into the centre there, reaching up. Lenny, do you want these heavier weights?
No,
Sure.
not at the moment.
Okay. Okay, so we're halfway there. If you want to, continue with straight legs. Head down, back to that pivot to the side, that pendulum motion, and then that crunch. So we're going to do 5 more. Last 2. Right, 1 more. Reach up, drop your head, drop your shoulder, drop your arm back. Hold those legs dead straight. If they're bent, straighten them up now. Squeeze the belly, push them flat to the ground. If you wish, 45-degree angle, you pivot from the hips down and hold for 20 seconds. You might want to bend your knees, or you might have had enough, put your feet to the ground. Wherever works for you. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold it. Squeeze. Can you lower your legs another inch or 2? Now push your lower back down into the ground by pulling your abs in tight. Rib cage down. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Drop a little bit lower if you can. And drop your feet to the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together. Take a little rock side to side. Little seesaw motion. Let the shoulders relax away from your ears. Bring yourself back into the middle. Bring your knees back together. Soles of the feet back on the floor. Take your feet and your knees as wide as your mat. So we're going to come back to the other side in a minute. Then take the weights and pop them on the top of your thighs or around your hip bone area. And we're going to lift up into that bridge. So now you have got your arms for. And all I want you to do from here, very easy. We're going to squeeze the thighs together and open them back out again. So allow a little bit of give through the ankle, allow that rotation to occur into the inner parts of your feet, and squeeze. And of course, this can be done, you can lose the weight, you can put your arms down on the floor, that's fine. If you just want to work without that weight. Let's get those hips a little bit higher, a bit more of a squeeze. Go 8 more, don't rush it. Last 4. Get those hips up, nice and high. 3, 2, 1 more big squeeze in. Big squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then inhale, open the knees. Exhale, roll it out. Weight back out wide. All right, let's work that other side. So take a nice deep breath in, lift those legs back up to tabletop, left arm up above your chest, palm facing in towards body, and then we're going to drop the knees to the right, the arm opens to the left, and then we use the abs to power up, we extend the legs, and we reach the outside of that foot. Very easy with this particular exercise to hold your breath. So just make sure you're breathing the whole way through. Now do a couple more like this, and then if you wish, just straighten your legs and go to that pendulum swing, if you wish. It's up to you. Yeah. Right, we've got 3 more to do, so make them A little bit deeper. By that I mean open the arm and a little bit wider. Open the legs. Sorry, get the legs further towards the floor. Crunch up a little bit more towards that little toe side. And once we've done that last one, we're going to pause at the top. So we're going to lift the legs. I want you to catch your weight with both the hands. Trying to crunch, reach up to toes and pulse there. So equal. Now focus on the extension of the knees. Press the knees straight. Can you touch your toes every time? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Reach. Straighten. 4, 3, 2. One more. And then release your head. Put those feet down. Release your weight down. Hug those knees in. Take a little rock side to side. You're being really quiet today. It's freaking me out. Is it because we haven't got a chest box man in here?
Yeah, probably.
Did you see him come to the door?
Yeah, you just get over that was all that 5 minutes ago.
These shoes in.
So nice.
Okay.
You like not
Roll yourselves up, guys. Flip around onto your hands and knees. Let's kick them backward. All right. Just a heavy weight. It's entirely up to you. We're going to do some renegade rows. You're going to all start in a half plank. So we're going to take our knees and feet slightly wider. You're going to drop your body weight down to a half plank here. So no bottoms in the air. I want to see flat back in that position. Left hand to underneath the chest. Right hand on the weight slightly in front of you. Renegade rows. We're going to row back towards the hip area and tap it forward again. Yeah? So when you're ready, we're going to go into those rows. Squeeze back, tap it forward. Now, at any point your back feels this, obviously bring your body weight back here and work a little bit left here. So the whole point of this was stabilizing through the hips. Try not to let our hips sink side to side, so we don't want to see you rolling through the hips. We're going to do 3 more on this side. And then, without moving out of your back position, change your face. Right hand in front of the chest, left hand forward. Go straight into a rose on the other side. So it's a good opportunity to use the mirror if you can see your bottom. Some people can't, but can't. So if you see your bottom rising, it's just because you get a bit tired. Drop it back down and then draw those abs in again. 4 more rows this side. Now, we're going to swap over to the other side again. This time, if you wish, you can come up onto your toes, full plank, and let's go straight into it, guys. No, words, rest, just go. Row. Pull up onto your toes. Now, at any point this starts happening, drop back to your knees again and go back into that core stability position. 4 more on that right arm. So let those right hips drop down. Flop it over without changing your body position. Very subtle move side to side and take it to the other side. Lovely. Now really squeeze that shoulder blade as you pull your arms back. Go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Fabulous. Drop to your knees. Grab the weight with both hands. Keep your arms extended in front of you. Sit back into child's pose. You pull your bottom down into your heels. Lengthen your arms and melt your head and chest down in between those arms. My worst exercises when I get rows. I do not like them at all. All right. I want you to pick up a lighter weight if you can. I won't use a weight, so if anyone wants to have my 3s, that's fine. Still not fucking good anyway. You've got the 4s at the moment, haven't you? Twos ideally. You got two. Yeah. You're at three. You might be alright at three. Right, you're gonna come down to the floor. You're gonna hold your weights here. You'll take the feet wide. Now listen, we're going to just watch what I do before you start. You're gonna lift the head and chest. The left leg is gonna lift off the floor as you pull your right elbow back with that weight. Then drop it all the way back down. Lift the other side. Yeah? Your opposite arm to leg. So we lift our chest, our leg comes up, and we squeeze the right elbow back. We lower it all the way back down, and we switch sides. Right, so the hip bones down on the floor the whole time, belly squeezed in, supporting your lower back. It's not about how high the leg goes, it's about how long the leg can go. I want you all to get your chest off the floor as high as they will go before you do that squeeze back. Point or flex. Wait, please. Unless you get cracked, which can happen. So as high as your chest can go. High as your chest can go, and then as long as your legs go. You've got to kick something back. Have you always had that? You do like really perfect bridges on your hand.
Not really that way, but more then like that way.
Look at that.
I don't know why.
Good for yoga. That's impressive. You don't see backs like that very often. Oh, you're coming all the way up to your belly button. All right, guys, 6 more. Let's make this deeper. Let's get a bit more squeeze into the glutes. Last 2 reps. One more big squeeze back. And then just rest your hands underneath your forehead. Let your back just sit heavy and wriggle those hips side to side, loosen everything up. Slide your hands down the sides of the shoulders, push yourself up, take a cat stretch at the top. So we're just stretching out all that back work you just did. Just claw away, open out your shoulder blades, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. And then you're going to spin around, you're going to sit on your bum, you can bring your weights with you. Again. 3 or 2, Penny.
Oh, it depends what we're doing. It's my shoulders as well, so it depends what.
Yeah, it's going to be shoulder work. Stick the lower. All right, combo. We're going to go moving through this. We're going to do some sit up, lie down stuff. Come up further to the tops of your mat. Get yourself up tall by pushing down into your weight. Feel your shoulder blades going back and just check out your posture in the mirror. From your tailbone all the way to the top of your neck. Beautiful flat straight line. Okay. Take your weights a little bit wider. Take them to a little hover. We're going to squeeze our weights behind us and bring them back to that hip level. So pull back, bring it back. Legs dead straight. And use your core just to hold your spine in position. So we're doing 6, okay? So 5. One more. And 6. Bring your weight up to your shoulders. Scoop your tailbone under. Come to a half roll back. We're going to do a right arm shoulder press. And then an outward rotation as we turn. Back to the middle. Left arm. Outward rotation. Repeat. So we do 3 each side. Then stick together. Try and squeeze your legs so you don't rotate too much through the pelvis. So you keep as much movement through the waist as possible. One more into that left. And then from there, we roll down. And as we roll down, we extend our arms up above our shoulders. Lift one leg up, followed by the other. Dead bugs with your legs straight if you can. Opposite arm to leg extends away. We bring everything back into the middle and we swap to the other side. So if you want to do this with bent knees, you can. Go to bend knees to leg extensions, or you might just want to go toe tap, pull back in. When you've done those 3 each side, we pause, we lower one leg to the floor, and we follow it with the other leg. We inhale, chin to chest, and we roll up. And then we bring our weights back to here, lift up. This is really your quick reset spine breathing point. Take the arms wide, hover. 8, 8, 7. Want to feel all those back muscles. Squeezing back. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And 1, bring them to here. Scoop that belly in, quarter or half roll back. Right arm up, rotate if you can, touch the floor. Not quite. So we go 4 each side on this one. And then we hold, and as we roll down, we take the arms up to the sky, lifting those legs up high to the ceiling. Okay, let's go. 8 leg lengthenings. So count. Try and keep your arms straight if you can. Weave that spine down into the floor. Now, when you've done that last one, again, those legs either one by one or 2 together, drop to the floor. Breath in, chin to chest, exhale, roll up. And then go back to that resting point at the top. 10. When you're ready, arms out wide. Feel the hover. Lift up tall, and then squeeze back, release back to here. Three more. It is definitely warmer in here today.
Yeah.
And swing them through the shoulders. Scoop your belly in. Go up. But go, 5 more. Last 2, yeah? Am I right? Remember, we've done that last one. Take yourself to the floor, taking your arms up high. Legs in the air. This is your last one you're going to do with this particular one, okay? So 10, 5 each side when you're ready. Kick away. Put it back in. When you've done that last one, pop your feet down and rest your arms back down by your side. Soles of feet together again, knees out wide, go back to that little seesaw motion. And then bring your legs back together. Bring your feet and knees together. So your legs are both feet on the ground, but your heels quite touch quite closely towards the bottom. Half the challenge of this exercise even though the arms are the focus, is about trying to keep the squeeze of the thighs together. They won't want to, they'll want to part. So we're going to roll our hips up into a bridge. You take hold of your weights again. And I want to put your elbows out to 90-degree angles. So you look towards mine. That's the position I want you to be in. Hips up, squeeze the knees together. One arm presses up to chest press, drops back down, followed by the other one. So this is about trying to keep the the lower body as isolated as possible. Just separating that movement from what's going on in the upper body. Squeeze those thighs. Get those knee bones touching if you can. Now, I just want you to do one more on each side. I want to keep both elbows rested down on the floor. You can stay there for a moment, or if you wish, take your left leg, extend it up to the sky. Just the right arm is going to work on its own now. So we're going to press up, tap down, just keeping that leg elevated the whole time. Give me 10 on this side, and then we switch. Otherwise, just keep your bridge of both feet on the ground and work your chest one side at a time. Now squeeze that right button, lift those hips high. 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Elbow down, foot down, right leg to the sky if that's what you are doing. And when you're ready, left arm presses up, drops back down. So big squeeze into that left buttock, hips as high as they will go. Straighten that right leg, putting that thigh close in towards you. 5 more to go. 6, 7. Lift those hips, last 2. One more. And then drop your foot. Allow your bottom to sink down. And bring your arms down. Let go of those weights. So I want you to either get one heavy weight or 2 light weights together. I'm going to try and go for 2, 3. So ideally I have 4 kilo or 5 kilo. So your arms are back up above. Your knees come up to tabletop. All we're going to do is push our legs and arms away. So we lengthen and then we float everything back into the center, keeping our heads on the ground. We inhale, float away, exhale, way up. Now listen, if it's too much, go to individual legs, but keep the arms working together. If that's still too much, you can always pick the option of bent knees, either lengthening one leg at a time or tapping down. Okay? This is the last exercise you're going to do before we go into some stretch. So everything you've got left in your abs, every bit of energy you've got left, use it now. You're going to do 12 more, either together or 6 each side. Don't let that lower back take over. If it does, you've gone too low or your abs are just getting tired. Reduce the range if that is the case. Breathe. You exhale up. Inhale, push away. Now let's count. Anyone? Paul?
No idea.
Lenny? Tom? Anyone? Give me
It was 10.
Last one. Nah, come on guys, give me a few more. 3 more at least. Breathe. Make your last one extra deep. All the way up. And pop those feet down. Let the weight drop down. Spine rest. Once it's rested, pull those knees back in. Part them a little bit. And just take a little roll side to side. Get some lying down stretching, I think, today, as we're lying on the floor. Makes sense. So I can go and grab the bands for you guys, but you're going to take your right leg flat to the ground. You can take your left leg up to the sky. You're going to catch around the back of the thigh or the calf, however flexible you feel. Or I can grab bands for you, and obviously you can go go that little bit further with the band, so we've still got bands there, because I stole those from stage, didn't I?
Still not brought back.
No, they're my, the only other card, what one card today, because my plan today is to do loop bands. And then I realised I bought the wrong card. Sorry, if you want to false brand in heart eject. This is one you beautifully rolled. Yeah. See if we can get that loose. So I like back there. So push the heels up towards the sky. Guys, might find it easier to actually hold your band in half. Hold that band. There we go. Just about now. Head down, shoulders down, and then pull that leg into the ceiling. All right, go on. Yeah. The other one comes up. And then he goes. My band's just rolled to a sticky level. I don't know what it's doing. Now take the band in your right hand, move the foot across so your buttock comes slightly off the ground. And then draw the toes towards your right shoulder as you lengthen out through the knees. Turn your toes inwards slightly, so you're immediately rotated through the hip. And you'll feel that more around the outside of your hamstring. Now we still all have a weight at hand's reach with that left hand. Grab it and take it out wide. Try and pull those toes a little bit closer in towards your right shoulder. So you should be fairly, it shouldn't be nice. And then we begin to gradually roll over. So we want the leg to go as far as our hip level. So not quite to the floor. With your right leg straight, it's a little bit, kind of quite a lot of pressure on the lower back. So if you need to, bend your right knee to allow a little bit of give through the lower back. And then straighten that left leg. Open your left arm, shoulder blade to the floor and eye gaze that left hand. Pull the toes up towards your right shoulder as much as you possibly can. It's mandatory to go back to work after this sort of thing. Yes, I'll go on that. You're doing the leg, aren't you? I think I am. Yeah, but you're also holding the wrong hand. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're not quite, there you go. Just remember you're doing the wrong leg. Yeah? You're doing your right leg, who's your left leg? Sorry. Always one. All right, let's bring these legs back. Well, you can stay there for a little bit now. Bring those legs back up to the middle. Bend your right knee, pop the left ankle over the right knee, and let's take a glute stretch, catching the back of the thigh or the front of the shin, head down, shoulders down, and breathe. So that left knee opening. Push your bottom a little bit further down into the floor, but at the same time, draw that right side down towards your back. And carefully just release it off. Bring the soles of the feet together, bring your feet up, open the knees, slide your hands down, either catch the shins and just work on opening the knees there, or slide your hands around the outside edges of your feet, and then push your bottom down to the floor, head down, shoulders down, open those knees wide. Lenny, why do I feel like I haven't seen you in ages?
We haven't seen you in ages.
Is that because I've not been here, you've not been here, and we've missed
A
our
little
weeks?
bit of both, so we've just kind of missed the issue.
So are you going to be here a little bit more now?
Yeah, so I was here last week, but obviously
I
I
was
was covering, so
And then a couple of weeks before that, I don't think you were here.
no. A few work things,
Hate it when work gets in the way of your exercise.
absolutely.
Always told my clients to put me down for the meeting. All right, pop those feet back down. Let's take the band, put it around your right foot and straighten that leg up to the sky. Straighten your left leg down into the floor and work on bending the elbows, putting that leg as close as possible, pushing your heel, extending the knee. Keeping that left leg strong and pushed into the ground. Ooh, really. Now take the band in your left hand and move the foot so that right butt cheek just lifts up a little bit. Then draw the toes towards your left shoulder and then slightly turn the toes inwards, getting into that outer hamstring. Shouldn't be no. Now your right hand should be able to reach a freeway. Oh, you're enamel back. Open the arm out wide and just begin to slowly move that leg across the body. Aiming towards the floor, but stopping at about hip level. Again, if you wish to bend your left knee, support anything, then do so. And then twist into that right shoulder blade and pull those toes up towards your left shoulder. And breathe into that stretch. Two more breaths, go a bit deeper into it if you can. And then keeping your core active, begin to move that leg back up. Rolling back into the center. Once you hit the middle, bend your left knee, pop the right ankle over the left knee, release the band, catch the left thigh or the front of the shin. Head down, shoulders down, open the right knee out as you drive that left thigh in. It's a lovely deep breath here. A couple more breaths here. Just keep holding your left thigh as you slide your right knee off, right ankle off, sorry. And then just use it as a rolling motion to get out. Bring the soles of the feet back together again. This time slide your feet a little bit further away from you. So there's a diamond shape through the legs. And then just drop down. Oh, Tom, look, we've got someone that goes deeper than you. Eleni, just happy up here, aren't we? I think you can go lower than me, actually. I'm just like, if I lower backwards, then it's going to break. Usually when you have flexibility in the hips, tighten the hamstring.
Yeah, my one hip is way more flexible than the other, so I can bend a lot further forward.
Yeah.
She's also very young.
I know, right? I do want to bring that bit up.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. Roll it up and then bring your feet a little bit closer and towards you and then sit yourself up high, get a beautiful extension. Now I want you to take your left hand to the base of your spine, take your right hand on that knee, just sit up tall and take a little rotation, look over the left shoulder to enjoy that kind of spine twist. Then when I was that age, I didn't get forward.
I was a lot more flexible
Were you?
in my 20s. I never think not necessarily as bendy as this young lady, but I was way more flexible.
Okay, let's change the other side. Left hand on knee, right hand space spine, lift up tall and turn. And then we come back to the middle and we just curl as far forward as we can go and take a few breaths down here or up here. Oh, look, I'm the teacher and all of you are better than me. It's terrible.
Be a good teacher. Just take that.
Okay. If I stay through a day, I'll get there.
I just have to accept the human element of you there for me.
You have to accept all the problems that
Not
have
the
occurred in my
fitness
body.
machine.
All right, guys, enough of that. Come up. Just lean into your fingers, take a lovely deep stretch through the spine. And then we open up the arms, we breathe in, we link those fingers together at the top, and we just take a full extension up. And after your next breath out, we're just going to float down. You're going to bow, you're going to clap yourself for your wonderful open hips that you've got. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.